Okay, now you'll notice that there's only one question on here. I'm going to need some room. This requires workings. Okay, so here we go. Now, when we're adding, subtracting any fractions, we need a common denominator. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a common denominator. Now, finding a common denominator with algebraic fractions is pretty easy. Okay, well, I'm just going to multiply them. Okay, but this I need to multiply by this, and I'll just change colour. This I need to multiply by this. Okay, I need to do some cross multiplying. So we get 4 times 2x plus 1 minus 3 times x minus 3. Now, some people will be shouting at the screen now saying, oh, well, can you move the denominator up and multiply it by 2? I'm going to do that later because in my experience people tend to sort of simplify the fraction first and then multiply by the denominator later. So I'm now going to simplify everything, and actually I'm going to multiply. I'm going to simplify the top. Here we go. So we get 8x plus 4 minus 3x plus 9, double negative there, and I'm actually going to put this lot, okay, here. Okay, I'm going to multiply that at the same time because I'm a bit tight on space, so I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to expand those brackets as well. So I've got 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So that's from multiplying out or expanding these brackets here. Alright, so there we go. Now, what we then need to do is simplify everything, so we get 5x plus 13, okay, equals 4x squared minus 10x minus 6. I need to then get everything on one side and equal to 0 because I've got a quadratic, haven't I? I'm going to take everything onto the right hand side, okay, but I'm then going to stick the equal 0 on the end. So we get 4x squared minus 15x minus 19 equals 0, balancing. All right, I've taken 5x from both sides, I've taken 13 from both sides. Now, actually that factorises, but if you don't spot that, you can use quadratic formula if you really want, but I know I can spot straight away because I'm very old and have done lots of these things, right, that this factorises to that. So x can be 19 over 4 and negative 1, alright, or negative 1, whichever way you want to do it. So how these work is exactly like normal fractions, okay. Find the common denominator, that's what we did first. This is common denominator bit. I'm then going to make sure you're careful with double negatives, double negative, double negative, okay. Multiply, okay, and expand and simplify. You'll get a quadratic which you can solve either using a quadratic formula or whatever you like, really. This one factorises, like I say, and yeah, jobs are good. Do it in stages. Don't try and do too much at once. I've done a little bit too much for my liking here, all right, but it's because I'm limited on space. You have as much space as you need.